These are the tests that women give men. I have an issue going on, but I will resolve soon. The front end game and in the back end game, the tests are different, and how she will behave and act is totally different. In the front end game, she will act interested, she will laugh, she will smile, and that is not a fact. She has to give you an idea, a sense that she is into you, so that you can make a move on her, or you can get comfortable, feel like she accepts you for who you are. When she's happier at this very moment, she wants you to act in a certain way, behave in a certain way, respond in a certain way, and even interact in a certain way, so that in these moments, she can get to frame you. That is why how she will act in the front end game is not the same way she will act in the back end game. Okay, in the front end game is when you've just met the lady. You are getting to know each other. Who is Isaac? What does he do? What are his values? Where does he stay? You are not dating. You are just getting to know each other. It's not the same way she will behave, she will act, and she will interact with you in the back end game. She can only frame you if she gets to let you think that she is into you. That is why she's happy. That is why she's interacting with you. She's always with you. When in reality, that allows her to assess you and to screen you internally so that she can filter, Isaac, which category, which frame can I put him? In the back end game, if she was smiling, she was laughing, she was into you. In the front end game, in the back end game, she will pull back. In the back end game, the only way you can win the test is avoiding togetherness. Why? The more you want to be around her, the more she will pull back subconsciously, because the exciting part to women is always the front end game. The back end game, they are bored. This is where you confuse all these tests. The test that she will give you in the back end game depends how she has already framed you in the front end game. In the front end game, she was testing who you are and how can she frame you. Maybe a friend, maybe a backup guy, maybe an F-boy, maybe just a guy I can date, maybe a potential partner, will influence how she will test you in the back end game. If I just decided to friend zone Isaac, the tests that I will give Isaac in the back end game are different. Remember, you are in default. You do not know because you thought she was into you in the front end game. But she had to give you that act so that you can think that she's into you, for her to put you in a frame, in a zone that you belong. In the back end game, she gets to analyze if Isaac knows his zone. If you don't have enough time for her, but she framed you as an F-boy, she will always be available to you in the back end game because you belong in an F-boy frame. She knows that I need to have this guy because the fantasy is so great with him. It's also a test if you can comply to be an F-boy. Okay, in the back end game, she has given you a sense that you are dating, or you have an idea that you guys are in a relationship and you are dating. Maybe you are not, depending in which category, in which frame she put you. So in the back end game, she only tests you depending which category you belong, and if that category can influence her, test you in that way. Will be the test of an F-boy, because to her you are an F-boy. Allows her to analyze if Isaac knows his zone. If you try to always want to have sex consistently, she will pull back. Why? She has to give you an idea, an illusion that she's innocent, she has a pure soul, she's not a 3 or 4 lady, but at the same time, having a conversation with you, wanting to be around you, the sex is being withheld. it does confirm that you belong in a category of a potential partner. If he has a lower SMV, then I put him in a category, in a frame that he doesn't belong. So that allows her to now remove you or get rid of you or never text you or even decide to break up with you because you're not complying with her test, for you are pushing or forcing yourself to be framed as an F-boy. Even when she decides to F you, okay, she knows she can never date you. If you were just a friend and she wanted to friend zone you, in the front end game, she will be friendly, okay? And she will show you that maybe you are a cool friend also. But the same time, she will signal you with some flirting skills subconsciously to see how you will react. If you give her any negative energy, in the moments of having a conversation, you will realize that she's slowly pulling back in that conversation. She is slowly disengaging in that conversation. Why? You are supposed to give her a positive energy because you are just a friend. Even flirting with her can be negative. His son is just a friend. Why is he telling me that he is single? Why is he giving me this negative energy? So being into her, it's the negative energy. If she was supposed to just frame you as a guy who can be friends with me, I decide to witch far. I won't entertain him in the back end game. The relationship will end in the front end game. Upon you trying to text her and apologize, you are worsening the situation. And even staying back and not making a move on her, that is what she wanted, because she knows you wanted to date her. She wanted to be friends with you. If you don't remain in the zone she puts you, she will decide to now fully just get ego from you, then kill your confidence by shutting down the friendship, the relationship, the dating. Your reaction serves her ego. If you pass the test in the front end game, in the back end game, the test will be more hard to you. In the back end game, as a potential partner, she's going to test you on leadership. It's not about you telling her, we are going to eat in this hotel. You can pass the game, the test in the front end game, but you can fail the test in the back end game, for you won't fulfill hypergamy and she will again exit. The reality is 98% of the women end up marrying men who pass the test in the front end game and they have already passed the test in the back end game. You don't know if you pass the test. She's the only one who knows if you pass the test. When you consistently send her money in the front end game, she will change the frame and the category that she put you. A man of his own value won't try to pay for sex. You are just helping, but she thinks you are brainwashing her to comply intimately with you, categorizing yourself as an F-boy to her. And you don't belong in that category of an F-boy. And now she just has to exit because she can't even have a fantasy with you. She never understood you in that manner. She only framed you as a potential partner. And with a potential partner, having a fantasy with them is not exciting. I used your money, I'm sorry, or I'm not sorry, because you put yourself in a frame that you do not belong. But I wanted a serious relationship. And you might say, she's low value, she's just an average lady, we cannot date. That is why she's exiting. She believes she deserves more, and you cannot deliver the SMV that she is looking for in men. She just wants you to release some lonely feeling in her so that she can still go on searching for an F-boy who is willing to stay in that zone. She can't continue dating you because she knows you will expect a commitment from her. The tests again are different. Today's shout out goes to Beautiful Guitars. Let me hope that is your name. And if you have watched up to this point, kindly comment down below by saying, I am with you. And until next time, be safe, take care, and let's have peace.